Hey, football fans, evening game, round 2 of the playoffs, 12U seniors, rather. The white-on-white Seguin Matadors taking on the black-on-black Jags. These two met earlier in the regular season. And a deep kick, going to be fielded by Beckham. Beckham working to his right side, now back to the middle, through the middle of the field, found by the cover team, and almost to midfield. I was going to say, the Matadors were undefeated and lost 14-6 to the Jags. And if the website is correct, that's the only 14 points this Seguin team has given up all season long, including the playoffs. A wrecking defense they've got. Jags are quarterback by Ethan, number 10, and Brody and Beckham in the backfield. First down, and a give to Brody around the left edge here, and found defenders right away, and they take him down for a loss of 1. So down is second, and the spot about the 45, 46-yard line. And Beckham's going to get his first carry, a face mask there, and they got it. And it'll be a 15-yard first down for the Jags. Ball spotted in the 40-yard line, going in with a first down. 10, going to throw the bubble to Beckham. Beckham caught it out of the backfield, or dropped it, excuse me. I just can't see from here through the players and the bodies. Need a tower. Earlier when these two played, it was deadlocked. Well, excuse me, the Matadors scored first, if memory serves correct, and then it was a scoop and score by Cruiser to get the Jags back into it, and then a converted extra point. But anyway, all that to say, this defense stiff. Ethan on the quarterback keeper bootleg, and flags fly again. It may be a hold. We'll see what the call is. A hold the call, so a 10-yard spot foul. Second down and 20 as Jones checks in at the right side split. 3-step drop. Ethan looking for him, going to throw it. This ball not going to get there. It hangs up and incomplete, and not Ethan's best effort. Third down, spot the same. 5.5 to go in quarter 1 here. Good snap. Ethan going to hand to Beckham, trying to get around, and slung and tackled. Could not shake the fist of number 2. Fourth down. Ethan throwing out of the backfield, and a big stick there is the catch made. And fourth down, going to lose 3 and turn the ball over in Jags territory. First outing for the Matadors. A power pistol look. Quarterback's going to keep it, going downhill, and got a little to run with until found by the linebacker, Brody, playing the middle. Second and short, and they flip the string to the other side. Quarterback under center. And a give to the tailback. Left edge, he's got the first down. Splits through the defense, off to the races. They won't get him. Untouched just about. No flag. Seguin strikes first. Extra points so important, especially in this league. Going for 2. 15 under center. Quarterback sneak. Ran into traffic initially, and then a second surge has it. 5 to kick. And he hung one back deep, and he will again. Beckham's got it clean. Beckham trying the outside. Little shifty move there for 2. Trying down the sideline, and he'll step out. And then a tackle, 6 feet out of bounds. Seguin sideline, hollering for the defense to stay home and watch the reverse. Dive play is Brody off the tackle right side. He's got a little room. Bounces to the outside. He's got the first down. Down the sideline, trucks the dude. Out of bounds, almost to the 30-yard line. And a nice response from the Jags on play 1. Start of Q2. Spot down around the 25-yard line. And a give, and now a reverse to Beckham. Beckham has to step inside the first couple and then back to the outside, still moving. And then scatty but can't evade the backside tackler. And it's a loss of 5 after all that. Jags set up, and Ethan comes over here to a trips. Direct snap to Beckham. Beckham going to run on the Wildcat, and then tackled after about a 6-yard pickup. 3rd and 8. 8:43 on the first half clock. Two in the backfield with Ethan. And a give to Brody. He's going to go wide around the left side and steps through a couple, but found by the rest of that scraping white Matador defense. And they're playing side to side fast. So fourth down on the 31. Got to have 8. And a deep throw. Looking for a high point. He's got it. He went into the end zone. Is Jones for the touchdown and the equalizer. He may have been surprised that that ball stuck on his hip, but it did, and the score counts. So Jones back from injury and making an immediate impact. Here comes an important extra point to match. Give is to Cruiser, found in the backfield, hit, and swallowed up, and no good, and a 2-point advantage for Seguin. 22 set to kick. Onside style, but right 2-2, and he's going to try to field it. Cruiser bounces off, and now going wide. And then a good open field tackle by Brody. You can count on him to make one, and the Matadors have it at the 46. 5:23 in the second quarter. 8-6, Seguin leads, second time on offense now. And it's the trap play coming near side through the 5-hole and found by the second line of defense, but it's productive for 4 yards. And one thing you can say about Seguin is they're coming downhill in a hurry. They're not waiting for anything to open up. They're making their own way. Second and call it 5, maybe 6. And the string to the right side in the gun. 15, going to keep it all the way. Going north and south, and he's got a little room and a first down. And they're just not going wide. They're coming downhill right at the defense. Spot is the 40 going in. 2 in the backfield. 1, direct snap. Off tackle to the right. Now back to the center. And found by the Jags defense. But again, a pickup of 5. And every play about that much. Second down and a long 4. We'll call it 5. And string to the right side. 15 under center this time. And the lead play to the right side. Found this time by the defensive end. That may have been Cruiser. And I think 5 actually in there. Maybe the first guy. And only a 3-yard pickup that time. 3rd and a yard as we near the 2.5-minute mark. 15 back to the gun, and he's going to want to go to the air. 3-step drop, throwing and in the dirt. He had a man, would have been a first down, but threw it at his feet. And good coverage from the Jags over the top, but poor coverage underneath. In this league, there's not a lot of trickery, and so if you watch the quarterback, he'll typically tell you what's going to happen with the play as we hit the 2-minute break. And in that case, quarterback, 3-step drop, looking to pass. Defense needs to be yelling pass, and so everybody finds the threat. And oftentimes it's a tight end slipping out from his spot. Here comes a bunch set up close, quarterback sneak coming, and the Jags move, but no movement. And then a stiff stand and pushing backwards. I don't think he got it if there was no flags. Oh, and now he comes out. So no whistle blew, and the ball did come out. But the refs didn't see it, and no whistles ever blew. A flag in a hand, and we'll have to sort this one. So a first down awarded. And number 3 in the backfield, he was the one who darted for the touchdown earlier. 15, looking for the out route, picked up by Derek. Stepped in for the out route, and there he goes. And they won't get him. A pick 6. Touchdown Jags. Under a minute to go in the half, and they take the lead. How about it? And Derek getting some love. Woo! And if that last extra point was important, this one is all the more so, as they need to have it to keep a 6-point advantage. And that way, if the Matadors do score and then the Jags were to stop them, they'd be deadlocked and not give up the lead. So here comes the extra point try. Ethan going to give it to Beckham. No, fake it and naked bootleg and a race across. He's got it. And it's a 6-point lead for the Jags. 14-8 with 49 seconds to go in half one.
Good job,
22 set to kick and kicks this one deep and caught clean by 3. Moving to his right side. And now back to the middle. And Beckham misses. And he's hitting the gas. Brody trying to track him down and does and saves the touchdown. And 31 seconds on the clock. So first and goal from about the 7-yard line, it looks like.
Guy.
Quarterback moving to his right. and stood up at the goal line and now across. So between the tackles on the ground, the Jags have had a hard time finding an answer tonight. So back from the timeout. I think it was the Jag timeout. So extra point try from the 2. Locked at 14. And we'll see if 15 wants to keep it up the middle again. And this time, the ball not snapped, but movement. They're going to call it against the Jags. So half the distance to the goal line, puts it on the 1-yard line. And the Jags likely going to creep tight in the middle and pinch. Nobody split out for the Matadors. And it is a quarterback push and stood up. The pile moving sideways, no good. He called forward progress. We stay at 14. Number 15, the quarterback, to do the kickoff duties, and he's going to get about an 8-yard run up. And here come the Matadors to charge. And this one kicked to the front line and just safely corralled by Brody. 14 seconds on the clock. And the ball spotted about the 40-yard line of the Jags. And a lot of guys in the secondary. Ethan going to throw to Beckham, who's got it down the sideline and crumpled and tackled right away. And we'll see the Matadors thinking they took the ball away. Beckham is hanging on to it. And he says the Jags kept it. And halftime, locked at 14. We'll take a break. Start of half 2, and number 2 there, and he's going to try to go back to the middle, but wrapped up and found. And 23, Jared Martinez on the bottom of that one. Derek Martinez playing the linebacker spot on that last pick 6. Wasn't the corner, he just read the out route and went and played it like a boss. Here comes first down for Seguin, and it's a trap play 1. On the right side now, back out again and wrapped up. And perhaps the best tackling job of the night by the Jags, only give up 2. A longer than usual huddle for the Matadors. Number 2, the tight end. Beckham, watch the tight end, number 2. Watch him. And here comes a shotgun, pardon my scream. And it was all for naught as it was a quarterback keep following number 2 on the lead block. But, you know, Dad's got to do his part to help identify and spot. So third down and about 4. 1 in motion to the wide side. Play action, 15. Won the flag route to number 2. High point and Beckham in coverage. Overthrown a bit and incomplete. Fourth down, ball on about the 47 going in. Be a good time for a hard count for Seguin. We'll see if the Jag front is disciplined. And they're staying in a 2-point stance. 3-step drop, 5-step drop. Now a rollout. 15 going to keep it the whole way. And tackle from the backside. And it was Brody who got him and tripped him up, and a turnover on downs to start this one. So first down, and Ethan going to give this one to Derek, and having to do a lot of the work solo style as there was company in the backfield. So Derek picks up a yard on first down, 2nd and 9, ball spotted in the middle of the field. And Brody and Derek in the backfield. This time Brody wide left. And got traffic to get through, and he does a little bit of it. To the second level he goes and gets 2 or 3 himself. 3rd and 7, need to collect some of it here to have a manageable 4th down if you don't get it on 3rd. And just 2 in the backfield this time. Twins out here to the near side, Beckham in the slot to the top. See if we see motion, and we do. And now 10, Ethan going to come lead block. Beckham going to race to the edge, and a big shot there. And Beckham can't quite get clean. And back to maybe the line of scrimmage. So 4th down. Would like to see maybe that same play and let Beckham drop one to Ethan on a flag route over their head after they've seen that one twice. Brody with the hole. And off to the races he goes. First down and tripped up from the back. And the Jags stay alive on the drive. And between the tackles for both teams is where there's profit to be gained from both these defenses. Derek gets his turn, finds big 98, and gets maybe a yard. 2nd and 9, 2:44 in the 3rd quarter, 22 in motion. And we got 2 in motion. Beckham thought it was him, and a rare false start or illegal shift, we'll call it, penalty against the Jags. So not what the Jags needed in a stingy fight like they're in. Locked at 14, 2:17 in the third. And now 22 comes in motion. And gonna give it to Beckham right just in time. Beckham trying to get wide, stays alive. And then back to the inside. He probably should have stayed to the outside. Beckham still moving the pile and got back to the original line of scrimmage. And a kid lost his shoe. Buddy, that was nearly a lights out play. So 3rd and 10, the case. Ethan, dive to Brody, right edge. Brody stepping through and then finally hit and knocked backwards after about a 4-yard pickup. 4th and 6. Spot the 30-yard line going in. The Jags would love to keep the Matador offense off the field and convert here. Going to go to the air, it looks like. Ethan looking for 99. He's triple covered and intercepted, but they're going to call a PI call, and it's going to be a first down for the Jags. So a break for the Jags. First down, spot just outside the 10-yard line, and the quarter ends. We'll go to the other side and play the final frame. Here locked at 14, getting your money's worth. So first down on the 11-yard line. In the other end this time, Ethan, the quarterback. Derek and Brody in the backfield. 22 out to the right. Number 2, Beckham out to the left side. Man coverage for those guys. Single high safety, as Matadors have been in all night. Ethan, handoff to Derek. And a little room! Martinez! Across! No, he's down just shy of the line to gain, which was the end zone. And so second down on about the inch line. And it looks like we got a hurt player, and the clock never started either. But now they are going to stop it. We'll see if they adjust it. So the Matador injury taken care of, and he gets himself off the field. And a timeout, Seguin. They're going to talk about trying to hold the Jags out of the end zone. So back from the Seguin timeout. And the down marker says first and goal. I thought it was second and goal. I thought we already had first and goal. I guess we were outside the 11. I guess he got a first down. And up the middle, found, but pushing forward, and a loss of a yard. So back to the 2-yard line, second and goal. Clock running, 9 minutes to go. And in the gun, give to Brody. He's going to try to go wide, but it's got traffic. Moving forward, but not forward enough. And another TFL, and he loses 3 yards. Back to the 5. 3rd and 5, Seguin saying, watch the reverse, watch number 2, thinking it's his turn. Here comes the snap. Ethan, gonna quarterback keep. Now back to the middle, and getting tackled and stopped just shy again at the inch line. And these guys are gonna have to learn to dive for the goal line. So we'll see if the Jags have a tush-push in their arsenal. Ethan under center. Derek right behind him, as well as Brody. Likely going to see the snap and the sneak. And whistles blow, no play. And a false start on the offense, and that'll move him back 5 yards. That's a dagger. So back from the timeout. 4th down and goal from the 5. And Beckham joins the backfield this time. Jones out split to the left side. You can't see him. And they're looking his way. And here comes the throw to him, and it's underthrown and picked off. And here he comes down the sideline. Beckham turns him in, and the tackle made, but an opportunity not had, and a big turnover with 7:13 to go in the ballgame. So momentum shifts are real, and the Jaguars are going to have to make sure the Mats don't take advantage of it. Spot the 23-yard line coming out. First down, 15 in the gun. Going to keep it to the left side. And it's been a while since the Matadors have been on offense since the 3rd quarter. Early in that drive they had that stood up on 4th down and turned the ball over. So they get 2 there. Seguin definitely a heavy passing team via their reputation most of the season. And the quarterback brings 2 in the backfield next to him. 3 going to direct snap, keep it up the middle and split through. And then a big tackle by Derek, who's playing lights out today. If there's an MVP question up to this point, it goes to him. And 3 was, of course, responsible for that opening touchdown. He gets quite a bit needed, though. 3rd and 2 or 3 coming up. So 3rd and 2 from the 30. And a direct snap again. 3 this time going the other way, but found by Derek again. And not going to get it. No, first down. They gave it to him. So the white cap, or the linesman over here, overruled it. 4th down and a yard. And it would be good field position if the Jags could hold here and get it back. 3:39 in the ball game. Quarterback going to keep it all the way up the middle. And he's got enough of it, it looks like. And stuck about 3 yards on the pickup. Ball out to the 35-yard line. 3 minutes on the clock and moving. The Matadors going to have to try to be strategic. How do you chew 3 minutes up, but make sure you get in the end zone yourself? A give, the trap, and wrapped up and taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Strength to the top. 15, look into the air. Throws this one across and behind. And might have had a little bit to run. Intended target was 8, but the pass behind him incomplete. Bunch right, 3rd down. A passing look. 5 rolling out. And thrown. And in and out of one's hands. But it was in his hands, and the defense going to have to tighten up. 4th down. Still inside of Matador territory. Back to the air. The fade. The deep ball. And knocked away by Jared Martinez. Give him a gold star. Great coverage. Played on the inside and didn't let him get deeper. And the Jags are going to have the ball with 1:46 to try to break this tie outside of overtime. So a good play by Jared to knock that ball down and not try to catch it, as he likely would have been tackled right there and had worse field position. As it is, the 35-yard line. Ethan going to hand off to Beckham. Beckham through the middle and found, but after about a 5-yard pickup. 1:32 on the clock, and I think the Jags have maybe a timeout. They may have used them both, though, down around the goal line, and you just get 2. Ethan in the backfield, Beckham with him. String to the right side, nobody split out. And another give to Beckham, racing around the right side. Beckham gets the first down and spits through. And they'll move the chains, but the clock's moving at 1:06. 55 seconds showing and the clock running. An incomplete pass would stop the clock under 2 minutes. Supposedly. It's in the rules anyway. Brody to the right side, Beckham to the left side. Ethan giving it to Brody. Brody up the middle. Brody now back to the outside and tackled down low. He's got 4, but the clock moves. And now, clock stopped for, I guess, a Jag timeout. I thought they burned them both. So spot is the 22. Down is 2nd. And got to get 6. But the clock is the foe. 37 seconds. And I wouldn't think the Jags can stop it much more, despite besides throwing an incomplete pass. Hall going to try to throw it. He's got Beckham in the corner. Beckham takes it. Touchdown. How about number 2? Getting over the top. My goodness. Woo! So the best throw of Ethan's career, probably in the corner of the end zone, finding his target. Here comes the extra point. Going to look to throw it again for Jones. And then knocked away by the defense. Incomplete. And we stick 20-14. 27 seconds to go. And I wouldn't kick it to number 2. Or 3. Or maybe number 1. So a question as to where the football was. I think Seguin ended up with the ball. And the whistle blows. 22 set to kick this one. And nails it back deep. And it's going to be number 3. 3 is going to move across the far side. And now back to the middle. Trying to keep it alive, but found by the cover team. And wrapped up. And then a face mask maybe. And that'll stop the clock with 14 seconds. And give the Matadors 15 more yards down the field. It'll line it up about the 50-yard line with 10 seconds to go now. We'll see if they put the time back. So they put 15 seconds back on the clock. Don't go anywhere. Here comes the ball game. An incomplete pass will stop it. Cruiser, a late arrival here, off the edge. And 15, gonna throw it deep. And then Jared knocks it away. Probably could have called a flag on that. It looked like Jared had some jersey. One not happy about it, and I might agree with him. But the refs didn't see it, and it stops the clock with 8 seconds. So 2nd down, 4 wide receivers, just 1 back deep in Beckham. Jared's going to follow motion across the field. 15, the ball's on the ground, and now lost again. And covered by the Jags. That'll do it. The Jags advance. The ball game over. A 20-14 victory. And they move on to face the next round of the semifinals. How about the fight from the Buda Jaguars? We'll see you next Saturday.